What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Tyson Fury, and the WBC franchise. Get this. It's impossible for Fury to become franchise WBC champion, says Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn says the WBC heavyweight championship champion Tyson Fury can't be made franchise champion at this point. Fury, 33, can vacate or retire, but being made franchise champion is not possible. The Matchroom Boxing promoter Hearn says things are going on behind the scenes, making it impossible for Fury, 31-0 and 1 with 22 KOs, to be elevated to franchise champion. It's believed that Fury may try to use the franchise route to swerve mandatory challenger Dillian Whyte so that he can move straight into a fight against the winner of Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk 2 rematch next year. Hearn says that he expects the World Boxing Council to order the Fury versus Wilder fight next week at their convention. Once that happens, Hearn says Fury can vacate if he wishes, but he believes he won't. He thinks Fury will try to fight Whyte, will try to take the fight with Whyte, but if he chooses not, he'll have to give up the WBC belt. Although Hearn isn't saying why Fury can't be made franchise champion, it could be that he waited too long. Fury has held the WBC title since February of 2020, and he only recently made his first defense of it when beating Deontay Wilder last October. In the meantime, Whyte has held the WBC mandatory spot since he won it back earlier this year in March with his fourth round knockout of Alexander Povetkin. And he says Fury can vacate or retire if he wants. He can definitely do what he wants. I think he's earned that spot, Eddie Hearn told IFL. He says he's done brilliant. Tyson Fury, if he wants to vacate the WBC world title, if he wants to retire, he can do any of those things. I just don't think he's about that, said Hearn of Fury. He said, I think he's a champion with the WBC, and as a champion, you take care of your mandatory defenses. You've seen it. You've seen AJ do it. If we had the attitude, maybe Anthony Joshua, wouldn't have to fight Alexander Usyk and wouldn't have to got beat. But you're supposed to defend your throne, and I keep going back to Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte is a brilliant fight. Bars. Let me counterpunch. If Tyson Fury went that route of trying to go for the franchise championship status, it would, at this point, it would be impossible because it would be too deliberate. Even Stevie Wonder could see some shit like that. They would see that Tyson Fury's only trying to do that to duck Dillian Whyte. You know, and a lot of things you hear Tyson say, some things, because, a lot of times he say, I'll fight anybody, it ain't about the money, this, that, and the other, but some of the things he does say, like, hey, I might retire. His dad wants him to retire. I don't have the, I may not want to fight anymore. Those type of things that come out of Tyson Fury's mouth leads you to believe that this man may do something to get away from that particular challenge. Okay, so I hope he doesn't do that. But him becoming franchise champion at this point, I don't think should be an option. But then here's the thing. Unfortunately, never underestimate the mindset of Mauricio Sulaiman with the WBC. Okay, he might try to do that just to make more money. Because you think about it, if Tyson Fury asks for the WBC franchise elevation status, right? Mauricio, I think, would do it. Why? Because, for one, Mauricio's about them duckies. He's about them greenbacks. He's about them smackers. He's about that. He's not about what's right, what's wrong. Why do you think he created a bridgerweight division anyway? He created it because he needed to create more income for whatever fucking reason. But he did nonetheless. Now, you think Tyson Fury would say, Mauricio, I want to be elevated to franchise champion. Help me out, me dear boy. Mauricio might, that would be a good idea. Because then at that point, He could then get sanctioning fees for Tyson Fury elevating himself. Then what he could do, he could have Dillian White fight for the WBC belt, and then someone would fight for his interim belt. So then that would create a whole new stream of revenue for Mr. Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC. So yeah, that could, now I can't say it won't happen, but more than likely it won't. It's nearly impossible. But again, I told you guys that for a reason about Mauricio, because I think he's a politician at the end of the day. And I think at the end of the day, it's all about money. Okay. But if Tyson Fury tries that route, or he doesn't fight Dillian White, we know he ducked. Come on. You know, and then he's just doing the same thing that he used to do, whatever the hell he wanted to do. Okay. So I feel that Tyson Fury should fight Dillian White. You guys tell me what you think about a possible elevation franchise status of Tyson Fury. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.